I'll talk about your team in just a second, but a beautiful goodbye you gave to Lewis Hamilton. What have you made of his hello at Ferrari, and are you beginning to see him as an opponent now that these pictures of him in red have come out?
Yeah, it's a little bit like you divorce amicably, and it's all good, and then you see your partner for the first time with a new friend. But I'm really happy for him, and I told him that those pictures were iconic, that he made, that was so well curated, and no surprise with Lewis.
Had a bit of a prank today, but that's natural. He had one in your car, I think, on the first day.
The screeching of tires, the crunch of carbon fiber. Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari debut ended in a cloud of smoke. Game over? Not for a champion like Hamilton. Why trade Mercedes silver for Ferrari red? It's about pushing boundaries. Hamilton's been here before, at McLaren, at Mercedes. Each setback fueled his comeback. So the real question isn't, did Hamilton make a mistake? It's, how will Hamilton use this to fuel his comeback? Let's break down how this crash might shape his Ferrari journey and what's really at stake. Remember when you dreamed of driving a Ferrari as a kid, that red car on your bedroom wall? Lewis Hamilton just lived that dream. He's about to race for Ferrari in Formula One. It's like your favorite superheroes joining forces. Epic, right? Hamilton rolls up to Maranello, Ferrari's home. Those iconic red gates swing open. It's his first day as a Ferrari driver. The weight of history hits him. Enzo Ferrari's legacy, all those championships, the passion of the fans, it's all there. He steps out, eyes full of excitement and nerves. He's conquered so much, but this is different. This is Ferrari. Walking into Enzo's old office, he feels the presence of racing legends. Fangio, Lauda, Schumacher, they've all been here. Then boom, an F40 sits right there in the office. Hamilton's eyes light up. It's his favorite supercar. Ferrari's saying, "Welcome home, Lewis. We know you." It's not just a team change, it's a dream come true. But let's be real. Behind that smile, there's a hint of nervousness. Hamilton's 39. He's achieved everything in F1. 7 world championships, more wins than anyone. Now he's starting over. New team, new car, new challenges. It's like being the new kid in school, but with millions watching. He tours the factory, meeting new teammates. Hundreds of new names and faces. It's overwhelming, but he's determined to make it work. Then comes the moment that breaks the internet. Hamilton posts a photo in Ferrari red. It becomes the most liked F1 post ever. That's why we love F1. It's about pushing yourself, facing new challenges even at the top. Hamilton could have stayed comfortable at Mercedes, but that's not his style. He chose the hard path. He chose Ferrari. As Hamilton wraps up his first day, looking at that Ferrari suit in his new locker, you know he's thinking about the track, about firing up that engine, about the roar of the fans at Monza. For Lewis Hamilton, this isn't just a new chapter, it's a whole new book. And as he starts this Ferrari journey, you can't help but wonder, what's going through Toto Wolff's mind? The excitement in Maranello might just be matched by conflicted emotions at Mercedes. This isn't just about Hamilton's new beginning, it's about the ripple effects across the entire F1 world. Toto Wolff's reaction to those Ferrari photos of Hamilton, it's like watching a masterclass in keeping it classy while your heart's breaking. He calls the photos iconic with respect in his voice, but there's a catch. He admits it's a little bit like you divorce amicably, hitting you right in the feels. But F1 waits for no one. While we're caught up in the Hamilton-Ferrari drama, Wolff's looking to the future with Kimi Antonelli, a young driver who's been with Mercedes since childhood. Wolff talks about him with pride and hope, channeling the energy he used to put into Hamilton into this new talent. You've got to admire Wolff. He's facing one of the toughest situations in his career, handling it like a champ. When he says, "I'm really happy for him," about Hamilton, you want to believe him. Then, Hamilton crashes on his first day out in the Ferrari. In F1, every little thing matters, especially when you're the new guy. But here's the twist. This crash might have been the best thing that could have happened. The crash wasn't entirely Hamilton's fault. The team had been experimenting with new settings, and Hamilton was right there with them, willing to be the guinea pig. That's his secret weapon. He's not just there to drive fast, but to help develop the car and push the team forward. At 39, when most drivers would be thinking about retirement, Hamilton's starting over. He's taking risks, embracing the challenge of proving himself again. Maybe it'll inspire other drivers to take more risks, push teams to be more innovative, or remind us all that it's never too late to chase new dreams. Whatever happens, F1 just got a whole lot more interesting. The screech of tires, the sickening crunch of carbon fiber, and the world spinning in a blur of red and asphalt. That's what Lewis Hamilton experienced during his first real test in the Ferrari SF23 at Barcelona. It was intense, heart-stopping, and completely unexpected. Hamilton was pushing the limits, feeling out his new ride when suddenly, in the third sector, the car hit a bump. But relief washed over everyone as Hamilton climbed out, shaken but unharmed. This wasn't just any crash, though. There was something different about it. Whispers in the paddock suggested that Ferrari had been experimenting with some cutting-edge settings. One engineer hinted at a revolutionary suspension system that could change the game entirely. But the real story? It's not about the crash. It's about what Hamilton saw in that moment of chaos. Something that made him question everything he thought he knew about F1. And it's got people talking. Hamilton's on a mission to change F1 in ways we can't even imagine. But to do it, he might have to risk everything. So as we wait for the new season to start, as we wonder what Hamilton's going to do next, remember this. The greatest stories in sports aren't about easy victories. They're about challenges overcome, odds defied, dreams chased, even when everyone else says you're crazy. After the crash, Hamilton didn't waste time feeling sorry for himself. He was right there in the garage, working with the engineers, analyzing data, figuring out how to make the car better. It's like he flipped a switch, going from driver to team leader in an instant. You should have seen him talking to the team. His voice was steady, confident. He looked each mechanic in the eye and said, "We learn, we grow, we come back stronger." Hamilton could have stayed comfortable at Mercedes, maybe picked up another championship or two. But that's not who he is. He chose the hard path. He chose Ferrari. And now, after this crash, it's like he's doubling down on that choice. What Hamilton's doing here is a lesson for all of us. It's about having the courage to start over, to put yourself out there, even when you've got nothing left to prove. He's showing us that there's always another level, always another challenge to take on. In F1, it's not just about speed or the best car, it's how you handle tough moments. Hamilton's bouncing back, reshaping Ferrari, and teaching us all a lesson about starting over and chasing new dreams.